Hoo-wee. Mm. Sugar. What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I hope everybody's had a great hump day. You're over the hump now. Man, I am whooped. I woke up about 3 o'clock this morning and could not go back to sleep. I think it was the inspections on my mind. That and my shoulder and my arm are killing me from doing the plaster on the walls. And I finally got up at 5:30 and just went on over to the red brick house. Good news is, passed 2 of the 3 inspections, and the third one, just got to change some plugs to tamper-resistant ones. New rule. Only been in here for a year. Didn't know about it. So if you're doing a house, any outlets below 5 foot or are not over a countertop have to be tamper-resistant ones. So we gotta change all the lower ones, which is about, I don't know, let's see, maybe about 15 or so. Not the end of the world. That's easy. So anyway, I'm a little bit tired, so bear with me, and I may ramble. So Skip Bayless has officially gotten Richard Sherman as part of his broadcast. And apparently, here's where it's interesting, because ESPN has been shedding talent all over the place. Max Kellerman and Keyshawn Johnson, Steve Young and Rachel Nichols. You know, the list goes on and on and on till the break of dawn of all the people that they have gotten rid of. They have gotten rid of all the names that you know for cheaper talent. Now, I think, this is my own personal take, I think Stephen A. Smith wants to be fired. I think he actually is putting Disney on blast because he's hoping he gets fired. Because there's a thing called severance pay. When they fire you, they have to pay you to leave, as opposed to you saying, I quit. You quit, you ain't getting jack. And see, the thing is, sports entertainment hasn't changed, okay? The fact that you're watching me right now goes to prove that. I'm not on a big studio. I'm not even in Dallas. I am Joe the Fan here in my outdoor set, talking sports. And you're watching. Because, see, the problem is, especially for Skip Bayless, the whole model of 2 guys yelling and screaming at each other, it's dead. The thing is, do you really want to watch 2 hours, 2.5 hours of that? See, everything is micro-targeted. You have to understand that people don't have a long attention span any longer. They want to get what they want, and they want to get out and get on to the next thing. And so having 2.5 hours of Skip Bayless and my Dallas Cowboys and listening to Shady McCoy, ass, is not what people want. People want to get their news, their clips of the Cowboys, boom, and move on to the next clip of the Cowboys. They don't want that whole show. They don't want this fake juice. And with Shady McCoy, dude, you don't even do your homework. How are you going to show up for Cowboys training camp, got the pass, and stay for about 45 minutes and not even talk to anybody? Seriously? And then turn around and go back to the studio and say, well, Tony Pollard looked good. Tony Pollard wasn't even there. He wasn't even there. You're not credible. So here's the thing. Keyshawn Johnson FX1 is interested in Keyshawn or Michael Irvin. Now, I'll say, I think maybe by design, Michael Irvin has kind of hung low. Because, see, with the case, when you start talking about damages, when you look at where Michael Irvin was during draft coverage the year before this incident, he's on the red carpet, NFL Network. You then look and see him draft coverage this year with Charles Haley, Nate Newton, not that there's anything wrong with being those guys, but about 50 fans. You see him doing some RV promotionals, and you see him doing autograph signings. You can go through and say, Judge, because of what happened in Arizona, I'm not whole. I don't have a gig. I'm forced to do RV commercials or ads for a couple of $1,000s when I was being paid millions. And you multiply that out by years, that's my settlement. If he ends up getting a job with FX1 that pays millions of dollars, then the defense can say, well, look, it hasn't hurt him any. He's still on TV, just a different network. So I don't know that getting a job on FX1 is the thing. Because the reality is you see things like the Shay Shay podcast or the Pivot podcast or Von Miller doing his thing and stuff like that. And I guarantee you, Micah Parsons will have his own show eventually. These things, and Pat McAfee, which I still don't understand why he wants to go to ESPN. That's a sinking ship. But these things are growing in stature constantly, where the other shows are just trying to hold on to what they got. We shall see. I would have thought by now we would have heard a little bit more about the Michael Irvin case, like the jury or the trial date or something about it. But it makes me almost wonder, is there a settlement that might be being made behind the scenes? Don't know. It's possible. Or maybe it's not. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. Anyway, good people, I need some water. As always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Because without you guys, you know it ain't working. Remember, tell the people you love them. Because you might not get the chance again. And I love you guys. And God willing, I'll be here tomorrow to tell you again. Peace.